Live.
What's up, guys? John here with my beautiful wife, Sharisse.
That's me.
For Sharisse's Healthy Lifestyle Soapbox. And today, I think we're going to have a good interaction with you guys because I think everybody could benefit from this.
Yep.
So, our topic is...
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. I don't know anything after that.
All the good things. See, I'm old enough to know this.
Listen, I'm old enough to know this.
So,
I'm old enough to know this. What's up, people on IG?
What's going on to everybody out there?
Yeah, what's up?
Facebook, IG. We appreciate everybody for tuning in today.
Yes,
thank you so much for your continued support. And I think you guys are going to get some entertainment on it. So every week, Sharisse is going to go live and, and continue with her soapbox. So, and it's going to pertain to females, and there's some things that are going to pertain to us guys in there too.
Well, I think that specifically, let's talk about like intimacy, sex, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter what, right? So let's just take single people out of this because I don't know what you guys are doing on your like swipes and your Tinders and your apps and whatever else is going on.
It's important too.
No, it's definitely important. We'll get to them.
Okay.
We'll get to them because they're getting.
I'm living vicariously through you guys. Okay, I can't do it, so I'm going to ask you guys. What's
he can't do it.
I have no idea.
He cannot do it. He cannot do it. So we'll leave the swipers. Okay, we're gonna leave the swipers for last. Okay.
Swipe up and down.
I'm pretty sure it's left to right, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're watching porn, it's up and down.
Oh my god.
Okay, just kidding. Okay. All right. So anyways, I had a good friend of mine call me the other day, and it just brought me up like this topic where, we were talking about how, hormones affect, relationships and, obviously, I'll tell you guys, so me and John have been married for a long time, and I do think that in a successful marriage, relationship, whatever you got going on, it is like super important that you guys are intimate, okay? And you guys gotta have sex. It's important. Like, I promise you it's important. If you can listen to what I'm telling you guys, you'll have a pretty successful, at least that portion will be successful if you're not being crazy on the other end, but you'll have a successful relationship because you need to have the intimacy. I know some people say, and there is really no number as to how many times you should be having sex with your husband. I do think that, maybe once a week is probably not enough. I think you should probably get to at least the every other day. I think that's the min. I mean, you guys agree with me? It's the min.
I mean, it's somewhere around there, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know because
I don't know. These married couples have been together for like a really long time.
Yeah.
I'll hear that they're having it's just like once a month or like twice a month or whatever it is, and I'm just like,
I hear that, and like even couples that have been together for like under 5 years or maybe a give or take up or down, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. And I hear the exact same thing, and I'm like, damn, like. How was it when you guys first got together? And usually,
it had to have been decent,
people
right?
always say, like, when we first got together, we were like rabbits and this and that. And, like, so, what happened? Obviously, you guys had to have some sort of job probably beforehand.
For sure.
Or one of you guys did, right? So, is that getting more intense? Like, work getting more intense? Or, have you added kids to the mix? Because God bless you. Mm-hmm. I mean, listen, we've had our son who's 12 years old, so we've dealt with it 12 years. Now some of you guys have multiple kids, like
bless
2,
you.
3, 4 kids.
Bless you.
And they're
6 1/4.
Yeah, 6 1/4. So at that point, like you're taking care of more kids, and it is a little bit harder with each kid. I don't care what anybody says out there. Each kid you add is just more and more that you have to take care of and you have to watch out for.
It is.
And worry about them walking in on you.
Those little rascals, I'm telling you. Opening the door. They're right outside playing with the dog. Right outside the door. You got to be quiet. Now it's not even fun, right? Because you like have to be quiet. So there's so many different like components that go into making sure that your sex life is okay, right? I mean, obviously, let's talk about females real quick, right? So if your hormones are off, and I just talked to, again, this has been brought up literally like 4 or 5 times this week, so I figured I'd bring it up to all of you guys.
That's a good one, too.
But, I mean, so, I think I bring it up. So, anyways, a big one for a lot of females out there is vaginal dryness, okay? And usually if you have a hormonal imbalance, you can have vaginal dryness. Mm-hmm. If you have vaginal dryness, a couple things are happening to you. Number 1, sex is not fun. Number 2, sex hurts. Number 3, sex hurts for your man. It's all around not a good thing, right? So it's important to make sure that your hormones are dialed in. Now, after that portion, let's just say your hormones are dialed in, everything's good.
Yep.
then I guess it's going to be up to your man what he's doing in the bedroom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at that point, you want to make sure as a guy, because I feel like it's harder for guys, right? Obviously. And the reason is because that we have to get an erection, maintain an erection, and make sure that, I guess some guys do, make sure your woman's getting some sort of pleasure out of it too, right?
I would hope so.
Because there's people out there that they care about their partner, they want to make sure their partner's getting pleasured, and there's some people out there, who, I'm just telling you guys, who really don't care. They just care about them, and that's the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be. And that's on both sides of relationships. I've met people on both sides of relationships that think that way.
Yeah.
But you really should feel, not only, want to pleasure yourself, but pleasure your partner too as well.
And that's a good one too, what this guy brought up.
Yeah.
Like him and his wife been together for a while.
Yeah. It says, my wife and I have been together for 9 years, and we're still getting a few times a week, even with life and me having MS. It's slowed a little bit. Yeah, well, I mean, you're dealing with some other issues. That's what I'm saying. So,
that's what I'm saying. Like, and even you guys out there, like if you're, let's just say, you have endometriosis and bad cramps, right? Yeah. You should probably communicate that to your significant other. Yeah. And then your significant other on the other end has to make sure that they are being nice about it and they're understanding about it, right? Yeah. And they're not being selfish. So
he said using the peptide treatment over the past few weeks has helped a lot too.
Which one?
So that's awesome.
Is it PT 141?
I would imagine it's going to be PT 141.
I'm guessing it's PT
141
or Cupid's Candy. Cupid's Candy.
So let us know which one you're using. We'd love to share that with everybody out there if you don't mind telling us. And you guys that are just joining in on Instagram, Facebook, you guys can't do this, but we do have the badges out there. I'm going to pick one winner out there after this that does purchase a badge and give some sort of free Titan gear away. So was it Cupid's Candy or was it PT 141, Brugo? You said that's it. Which one was it? PT 141 or Cupid's Candy? All right, let us know.
What's up, peoples?
Hi, everybody joining in on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. Thank you guys for all joining in. Sharisse's Healthy Lifestyle Soapbox was coming at you guys every Wednesday. So we're going to bring up a topic for, of her choice of whatever she wants. And she talks a whole bunch of things as far as females, males, and so boxing it up.
So anyways, everybody likes sex. Let's just go back to that topic, right? Well, I'd hope so. But it's important, guys. So you have to make sure that you have some sort of intimacy with your significant other. I don't care how many kids you got, how much work you have to do, or what you have going on in your life. You have to so I'll be honest with you guys. So like me, for instance, okay? I like to use myself as an example. So even me, I work my ass off, right? So sometimes I just get into this work mode where just the whole day goes by and just I didn't even think about, taking care of my husband. I mean, at some point I'm going to think about it. He'll make sure I think about it. Excuse me, I'm over here.
John Dwayne Day bought badges.
What is the badge thing, man?
Shout out. That's showing support for us. So I appreciate that.
You guys love us. Thanks. I love you guys too. But no, I do think it's important, guys out there. If you guys are having some erectile issues, that can be super embarrassing for any of you guys out there in a relationship. And then obviously I know it's going to get to your head. It does get to you mentally if you're having an erection issue. And then females out there, it's like I'm saying, it's a back and forth thing because it goes for females and for males. The females, you guys are going to have to, if they're having that issue, you're going to have to get to the bottom what the issue is, right?
Right.
Because if not, then you're just judging them at that point, and then no, they're not going to want to have sex with you,
right? And
because it's going to mess with their head.
I mean, it's a big thing for guys. If it does happen once, then after that, the next time comes up, even beforehand, you're like, you're saying this in your head, like, oh my God, I hope this doesn't happen. Oh my God, I hope this doesn't happen, and you're freaking yourself out right before you even started.
Yep.
And then you have that on your mind. It's it's something that will definitely be heavy weighted on your mind, right? So you want to try to alleviate that as best as possible, and for us guys out there, listen, once you hit a certain age, if your hormones are deficient, that's something that's going to play a big role in this, even for females, for vaginal dryness and such, and all the different things that they're dealing with. It works both ways, and hormones are a big direction for sex, okay? I mean, it is what it is. So
because your hormones are off, that would really throw things off. Guys, testosterone being low, not even thinking about it because it's just not there.
Yeah.
I know a big one out there for guys out there that are losing their hair and they take finasteride.
That's Propecia.
That's your death sentence.
Yeah. That's a male castration drug.
Yep. It's not good. And you know what? I just realized why I'm sweating.
Oh my goodness.
Not besides the fact that you make me feel so hot.
She's so hot. Big shout out Chris Gaines. Thanks for the badge. Glugo, he got one too. You guys
what's
are
up,
on the
guys
running.
On IGs?
Yeah.
Hey,
that's
what's
a lot
up?
of
What's
love.
up?
A lot of
What's
love.
up?
So with this, you know, you can look at your hormones. That could be a possible thing. The next thing is if you take medications, like other medications that she's talking about, like
antidepressants.
Antidepressants.
Antidepressants is a big one.
You know, even some of the medications for hearts, like, you know, that can definitely affect your erections.
Kill your libido, man. And
you know, at that point, some people, they lose their libido so bad from possible antidepressants or propecia, and it doesn't even click in your mind because it's basically tricking your mind into saying, like, don't think about it, and you have no idea until somebody brings it up to you as an issue or problem. And then you're like,
usually what happens when it gets brought up, you know, when it gets brought up in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, is it me?
Oh my God.
That's going to be what they say.
That's
it's
the
gonna,
worst.
So is it me? It's me, isn't it?
That
and then
is.
you go and you go out of your way to go online, you go get a cute little outfit, put on this cute outfit, and still.
Yeah.
Is it me? Because now you're still having the problem, and I dressed up for you.
And then it's even more of a weight on your mind now because you're like, oh my God, now she's mad at me.
The pressure's on.
The pressure's on.
Pressure's
and then, you know, it shouldn't be like that. Like, you know, the first time, you know, you get with a female and you guys know whatever it is, it might be a little nerve-wracking, right? Because you want to perform at your very best, you want to knock it out of the park, you know. But once you know, get in a longer relationship with the female. Yeah. It's a little bit easier, right? There's not as much pressure on. Things just happen naturally, and you really don't got to worry about it as much, you know. But if you are with that partner and things are happening like that and you're still attracted to your partner, I mean, libido might be down, erectile dysfunction might be happening, mental dysfunction might be happening for the erections. You know, you got to try to find out what the issue is and get to the root of the problem. And if you know it's a medication that's affecting you, you need to take the medication.
Sometimes you don't even know. Like, you don't even know. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, Cymbalta, Zoloft, a lot of the antidepressants. And, you know, I'll bring that up in another show because it's a very sensitive topic for me.
Yeah.
For mental health with females and males. But there's a lot of people out there right
Good
now.
Shout to John, another badge.
Hey, badges, my love to you and my badges. I still don't know what it means, but I know it means you like us,
yes.
Or you love us.
Yes.
But you know, I know there's a lot of mental health issues going on right now with everything going on with, you know, COVID that took place. I know that everybody shut down last year. Some businesses shut down last year. I know that, you know, people lost their jobs last year. I know some guys that were with businesses for forever. Seniority, tenure, nothing mattered, and they lost their jobs.
Owners of restaurants in some of these different states.
I mean, just so many things have happened in the past year, right? Yeah. That, you know, you're put on an antidepressant. You might not be on an antidepressant, and you might be feeling down, and you might need an antidepressant. You really might need an antidepressant. You know, there's a lot of different things that are going on where it does make sex last on the list.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it does.
Absolutely.
You know, you're like, oh shoot, I got to figure out how I'm going to pay my bills. Oh my God, the baby's crying. Oh no. Oh, how am I going to get to work on time? Oh, I got to cook dinner. Oh, got to get sleep. It's just sometimes you just don't even think about it, and you don't even mean to not think about it. But it's important. It's really important that you interact with your significant other. To go to the swipers, because we should talk about them.
Well, I mean, before we go there, hold on. One thing I want to add on this. You know, with the past year and a half or so, you know, when people are experiencing these problems, you know, usually when you're experiencing these problems, you know, you might go to a doctor because you might think that you're depressed, and this could be a hormone issue too.
100%.
And a lot of people go into doctors, general practitioners, even before the pandemic, and say, hey, listen, you know, things are just like they used to be. You know, I'm not motivated to do anything anymore. I feel depressed, and I don't know why.
Right.
Everything's good with the wife. Everything's good with the business. Everything's good with everything else. I just don't know why. And then that's when they give you the antidepressant instead of checking testosterone levels and such, because this could help. Not saying that some people aren't really depressed, because I genuinely think that out there are some depressed people.
There's some people that are they got their hormones dialed in, and guess what? There is a part of the general population that might really truly benefit from an antidepressant.
Yep.
And it's true.
And the next thing is that, you know, if you are having friction in other places, sometimes that friction you bring home, and you know, you and the wife or spouse or whoever it is, you know, start arguing, and then this, this puts you guys away from each other even more, and you guys aren't having sex because of this, and you hate each other, or blah, 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 whatever it is. That's when you really have to need to talk to each other, right? Communication's key. We always say that.
Communication's key.
And then kind of, bring everything back, and then maybe do something romantic, and then maybe,
try to reignite
those flames, and then that possibly might break the ice between the other issues, and people might want to compromise a little bit more. It just is what it is.
I definitely feel like this has been a big issue. I really think it's just because of what's happened over the past year. What's up, Instagram badges and people?
Thank you, guys. John got another one raw. My man, what's going on?
I saw him. I saw somebody write up there something about the medications and pre-workouts messing with libido.
So pre-workouts too. So too much stimulants. That's another big one out there,
that'll
right?
kill your libido.
If you're taking too many stimulants,
Erections.
It's probably going to shrink the little guy.
Shrink it?
That's what
it makes
it
littler?
does. It makes it shrink.
Oh no!
If you overstimulate, it makes you shrink, and then it's hard to get erections and such.
I hope that workout was good though.
Yeah, I hope the workout was good, but
that's why you get the Hercules potion.
Oh yeah, so with that, some of the pre-workouts you got nitric oxide, which is a booster and blood flow to the extremities too as well, and all the way up through the body. But a lot of the times you're getting so much junk in there that you're not being able to perform later on, and that's a problem, because you could be going home and you've worked all day, so you're going home to the wife the first time, and you're not being able to get aroused, and this could be another problem too. So watch out for overstimulating. Now me, I can take an ECA once a day, and you're still good to go. It's not going to overstimulate you too, So just be careful what you guys are taking as well. All right, Stacy Macedo, what's up? She says my sex life does not exist.
You know what, Stacy?
Yeah,
honestly,
right.
Stacy, you could have fooled me.
Yeah, right.
On your
Especially
sex
lately,
life, because
Stacey,
hold up. Let me just bring up Macedo real quick.
Oh,
Macedo, I just commented on your thing this morning. I don't ever go on Facebook,
Hi,
but I saw you in your black outfit with your sexy, corset, whatever the hell you had on, and girl, you would think you were getting it.
Yeah. Definitely got the offers probably in the DM, huh, Stacy?
I know she got it up in the DM.
All right.
OnlyFans.
CJ Mello, what's going on? Hi, Mom.
CJ, I got your message. Your shirts, they're sitting there. John, that's who bought the shirts.
I got them.
That's who bought the shirts.
And I'm going to send you an extra one.
We got you. I promise.
Emiliana, how you doing? What's going on out there, guys?
Happy birthday to Mama Dies on there.
So, what up, Kim? How you guys doing? Everybody out there that's joined us, thank you guys.
What's up, guys?
And we are talking about sex today.
It's important. Nobody ever wants to talk about it. I feel like it's like
it's not a taboo.
Don't you feel like some degree people just don't talk about it?
They
just don't talk. They won't go on live and talk about it.
Listen, there's 3 things you're really not supposed to talk about when you're out in public. 1, politics. 2, religion, and 3 is sex. Now, people are talking about politics and religion like crazy. So, why aren't we talking about sex? It's not a bad thing. Obviously, God put us on this earth to procreate. That's why, and that involves sex. Now, there's certain things that people believe with their religion or when people should have sex, whether it's waiting until they're married or not. But the truth of the fact is that, in the beginning, I guess the beginning of our United States or civilization to a certain extent, people were having marriage earlier, which they were having sex earlier and they're having kids earlier because the lifespan wasn't as long as it is today.
Oh, gosh.
And now you're seeing...
John's a history buff,
now it's both on the extremes. Now you're seeing younger people having children, whether it's 13 years old, 12 years old, okay? Mm-hmm. And then you're seeing older people having children later than they ever have. 35, 40 years old, right? 45 years old. So this involves a lot of different things. But at that point, when we're talking about sex, and we should talk about it because this is a big thing, and how can we improve sexual relations?
That's really what it comes down to, right? Because obviously, the guys out there, all you guys have the blue pill. I'm going to call it that, right? The Viagra, you have Cialis, you have different things. We have now female libido enhancers. And, I think it's like, even if you bring it up to somebody like the sex, right? Yeah. It's always a shutdown. You know why? Because an automatic, especially for you alpha males out there, right? I know you alpha males go oh, I don't need to talk about that. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Nobody even asked you if everything was fine.
Dwayne, you got your shirt.
It's
Text
coming.
the line.
It's
I got
coming.
you. Tell me the sizes.
It's coming. But, I don't think that we should ignore it because I do think it's an issue that people aren't talking about that people should improve on. So, just one little thing. As a wife, okay, I think I can give the best advice that I can. communicate with your husband or your boyfriend or whatever it might be to let them know what's going on, how you feel, and what you like, if you can, communicate that. That's
kind of in the beginning, kind of when you're learning the relationship,
so you got that part, right? And then, on the back end of it, you have to be willing to be able to have sex, okay? I don't know what happens. I still enjoy sex, thank goodness. But I know that a lot of married couples, after even like a year or two, they just go to not having sex at all. Like they maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever that might be. I'm not saying your man's probably going to be going and doing other things, but your man's probably going to be going and doing other things.
Might be watching some shows.
I mean, listen, your man's probably going to listen. Let's be realistic, okay? The swiping up and down, okay? We all know that that's not Tinder. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you have to swipe to the left and right.
There's all kinds of them out there, I guess.
But listen, you could be giving your man the best sex ever, and they'll still watch porn. So don't take it personal.
Yeah, don't hate on that.
Seriously, don't take it personal,
don't
right?
Hate on that.
If your man is watching porn, but you think you still have a good sex life, and then all of a sudden you think. Yeah. Oh no, we're not having a good sex life because he's watching porn.
Yeah.
Men, they like sex. This just is what it is, okay? But guys, you're not be able to slide by with this like sex once a month thing. It ain't gonna work, okay?
Yeah.
Your man is gonna be drifting away, doing whatever pleases them, okay? So you're gonna have to just suck it up, literally speaking, and you're gonna have to just do what it takes. So whether you want to or not, even if you're not in the mood, do what you gotta do.
And there's some good ones out there. So a lot of females, they can't achieve orgasm. It's a huge percentage.
Yeah.
Right? I think it was like 80% or something like that. Something crazy, right? When I read this number, I'm like, wow, this is a huge percentage.
Yeah.
And a lot of girls are dealing with sexual dysfunction, not because of erections.
Right.
It's just something in the body, libido, or
you
something's
can't even
going
see
on.
it, right?
Right. And females are usually mentally stimulated instead of physically stimulated. Now, not to say there aren't females out there that are physically stimulated too. You like to look at a guy, they like muscle, whatever it may be. But there's a lot of girls out there that will go with a guy just because of intellectual purposes, or whether it's he's funny
smart.
or whatever it is.
You make me laugh. Let's get it on.
There's even females out there that go with guys that maybe don't look as good as them because they think that they're not going to cheat and they're going to just be around.
Yeah.
So at that point,
don't ever think that.
For females, what is out there for you guys? Because we talked about guy stuff a little bit. She talked about the blue pill. So we have sildenafil and tadalafil here, right, that we can have for patients as far as guys. It's our Supermans.
Yep.
But for females,
Ironmans.
There is an FDA-approved, right, libido enhancer for females.
Mm-hmm.
And that's PT-141. And one of the patients on here brought it up.
We have a lot of people that have had great success with the PT-141.
It's going to do the job. So what it does is with the blue pill, right, the guys like sildenafil or tadalafil, which is like Viagra, Cialis, is it works in the vascular system. So basically vasodilator, it brings blood down to the extremities, and that's where you get the erection. For libido enhancement as far as females, for mental stimulation, the PT-141 works on the nervous system.
Yep.
So now we're igniting something there in the nervous system to the brain. And at that point, you're getting true libido enhancement. So at that point, it will increase pleasure too as well. Even oxytocin is something that you put in there with like Cupid's Candy, which has PT-141, oxytocin, and has tadalafil. Works for males and females the exact same way.
Yep.
Hits the vascular system, nervous system, and then you got that boost of bonding with the oxytocin, which is an awesome hormone too as well. So these are things that you guys can utilize.
There's stuff for females for sure.
There's ways that you guys can have a better sex life or relationship, and you guys can improve these things and the way things feel too as well, because it's not just about doing the deed, but it's about feeling good too as well,
and
right?
like actually enjoying it, right?
Yeah.
Because your partner is going to know when you're not enjoying it.
Yeah, you definitely want that. You definitely want to make sure your partner enjoys it.
You're a good actress.
John said Iron Man #.
Iron Man. Oh, I know.
Iron Mans are awesome.
I heard about that. John is not allowed to take those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So with like the Supermans or the Iron Mans especially. So the Iron Mans are arginine and sildenafil. So it's Viagra and
super
it's
blood
arginines,
flow.
which is
Super duper
nitric
blood
oxide, baby. Blood flow like a mofo. So you're gonna get really Iron Man power down low. Now with sildenafil and when you were putting blood, into the erection.
Females can take that too, by the way.
Females can take it too. But for males, it could delay orgasm. So at that point, it could
be a problem.
Things. that could be a problem, or it could be something that's good too as well.
It could be a good thing, right?
Some guys are super sensitive.
It could be a bad thing.
But you don't want to extend it too long, right?
Well, then,
Yes, we sell Ironmans Dwayne Day. Dwayne Day, arginine is sildenafil, right?
Just keep going and going.
It's basically the main ingredient in Viagra, the chemical, and it's arginine. So
Ironman's been a hit.
Even for, like, I know some of these guys use, like, Viagra and Cialis and stuff like that for workouts, right? Because of vasodilation. You can use this for a workout, and it's going to be double.
Yeah, but
what
so seriously, let me get real here. So, okay, I get the Cialis, right? The tadalafil for the workout, because I've seen guys do that all the time. Yeah. And I always tell the guys, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, right? Because they're always asking me, okay, so what's the difference between sildenafil and tadalafil? So Viagra and Cialis. Right. And I usually tell them, like, in plain English, because they really just need to get to the point. Yeah. Okay, so which is the difference? And usually I'll tell them, the Viagra is when you know it's going to happen, it happens. Right. And then the tadalafil, which is Cialis, you take it and it kind of happens when it happens, and then it'll happen. It's not like it's going to happen, right? Yeah. Like you're going up to room 111 and you're like, okay, let me take my Viagra. Yeah. But if you take Viagra, like, and go to the gym, don't you think you might have, like, an issue?
You could get possible, erections that pop up at the gym. You don't want to be working out and getting an erection at the gym. Because guys are going to think you're looking at them and getting the erection. Girls are going to think you're looking at them.
You're going to be at that rack.
They're going to think you're
going to be at the what's it called? The rack.
Huh?
What's the rack called? Come on. Thank you.
Yeah,
Jesus.
You're going to be the dumbbell rack.
You're going to be at the dumbbell rack.
And then people are going to start looking around for cameras because they're thinking they're getting punked.
Best believe I'll be the first person to take a picture of you.
So at that point, you might not want to. Now, not to say tadalafil, you possibly couldn't either.
But it's not going to be as predominant.
It might not be as predominant.
You can take Viagra, like, it's going to do its job no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what's going on, it's happening.
You could use it. It's not to say that we couldn't put arginine with tadalafil either. So at that point, you would get either the one. Yeah. It's still basically
I'd like to get some feedback on that, fellas.
But it's a good one. So, I know some guys will take it 4 to 6 hours. Now,
I just want a couple guys, if anybody out there, any givers, takers, if you guys put your orders in.
Honestly.
Let me know. I'll throw in a couple, and I want some feedback on the workout.
If somebody was going to ask me, like, John, what would be your combination for the best pump factor in the gym, right, or best vasodilation? What I would tell them is this. I would say, listen, if you don't want to do Viagra, because Viagra does cause headaches and stuff like that to some patients, or you're worried about getting erections in the gym, I would do this. I would do tadalafil, take the tadalafil by itself, and then I would add in Hercules potion, at least 1 ml, right? Now you're getting arginine, L-citrulline, which are both precursors to nitric oxide, and with Hercules potion, you're getting that already, right?
Y'all knew
so if you add in the tadalafil, that's just going to increase to that. And then at that point, you're taking something that really might not affect with you with headaches and stuff like that. And you're going to get a lot of bang for the buck. Now, you can just take Hercules potion by yourself.
I think Hercules potion should do the trick.
It does its trick, right?
I've had guys out there say it too, honestly, that they didn't have to take the tadalafil anymore because they took the Hercules potion instead.
It's true. It's with precursor nitric oxide. So with nitric oxide, it's good. So if you take Viagra,
anyways, any guys out there that wanted to do the Viagra and go to the gym, I just want to know how it goes.
Yes. So Dwayne Day, to answer your question, yes, it is a vasodilator. It's going to help with blood flow and pump. I would probably do the tadalafil like Sharisse said.
Sounds like you guys. You can get it. Guys, we've been open for 10 years. Do you not think I've heard people take sildenafil by even accident because they thought it was something else, like their HCG trophy?
I would recommend it. I think it's an overkill type thing, unless you're gonna get busy later on.
Hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's definitely an overkill.
Literally.
And with tadalafil too, with some patients, whether it's a 5 milligram or 10 milligram or 20 milligram dose, the higher the dose, the more symptoms you're possibly going to get. And that could be like nasal congestion and stuff like that. You don't want that. Because Hercules potion is not going to give that to you. So unless you're going to get busy later and you're going to do something.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I think it's an overkill type thing.
When he was deployed, he took Extends for his pre-workout.
Now how was that Extends, right? So was that type of like a vasodilator? Because Extends was out for a long time.
Yeah, it was.
Made a ton of money. But I mean, I watched an American Greed on the dude that owned Extends, the
we
founder,
did.
right?
Yeah.
So this guy, it was like bogus and like some of these different things. It's just crazy this over the counter stuff they can sell like that. So I really do wonder, like, did it work? Because Extends was supposed to grow you. They had the commercial where they had the short guy and all the longer things.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I don't have
great
anything
marketing
that's gonna,
campaign.
Yeah, I'm not
great
gonna have
marketing
any.
campaign.
Titan Medical Center doesn't have anything to make you bigger.
There's all the ingredients on the screen.
What is this in?
This is Extends.
Oh wow!
Oh.
So you got some good things. Yohimbine extract.
DHEA. I don't know.
DHEA.
DHEA?
That's a sex hormone that's sold over the counter.
L-arginine at the bottom.
Arginine. So there we go.
Arginine.
Yeah. Now we're getting into some of the good stuff that's on there. So
Interesting.
the L-arginine.
Horny goat weed. Ew.
Yeah. So
what is that?
Most of these people do that. Like,
what is that horny goat weed?
It's just it's a supplement. It's a leaf.
Does anybody know what a horny goat
It's a
weed
leaf.
is? It's a leaf.
Yeah.
Could we grow it
Yes.
in our backyard?
Yes.
Should we take it?
Does it have pregnenolone in it?
It's hormones.
Wow. I don't understand how they could sell pregnenolone over the counter like that.
Yeah, probably
They
shouldn't.
sell them in like the pills now in some of the shops.
Yeah.
They actually have tadalafil.
Thank you,
as
Steve.
Proprietary blend. They say proprietary blend. That's
Super
how they sneak it
exciting.
in.
Gotcha.
We're excited to help you too.
Just want to thank you guys for how professional you guys have been and super excited to receive our products. Steve, we appreciate you too, man.
For sure.
We can't wait to help you out. Please let us know when you get it. Make sure everything is good. And if you have any questions, we are here for you guys all the time. You guys can call, text, email. If you're a
Always.
patient. If you're interested in some of the things that we talked about here on Cupid's Corner, not Cupid's Corner, excuse me, Sharisse's Healthy Sex Life. Sharisse's Healthy Lifestyle Soapbox Sex Life.
This is great. I'm going to repeat that. Sharisse's Healthy Sex Life. Because you know what? My name is Sharisse, and I have a very healthy sex life.
Yes. So, yes, you do. So that's what it is.
I love you.
But yeah, so if you guys have any questions about it, you guys want to become patients or anything like that, we service nationwide. The only states we don't service are Ohio and Idaho. So everything that we do, from hormone replacement therapy, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, medical weight loss, libido enhancers for both males and females, peptides, healing peptides, weight loss peptides, and sex peptides. We also do blood work, IVs if you guys are in the area, and a lot more. So just please call or text us 727
Happy to help however we can.
3220. So
yeah, we're here to help your sex life because I'm sure that we can probably help you in some
it's
way,
definitely
shape,
a
or
big
fashion.
part of things. So I mean, it really is a big. It's for some people it might not be the biggest proponent, but I think it is a proponent to a certain degree because emotionally you have to be involved, right, and you have to be connected, and I think sexually that's when physically you guys connect. Not to say, hey, listen, big shout out to like all the the military wives or military husbands out there, whether your husband or your wife is deployed,
right,
and you're holding it down and you're being, you're secure
faithful
and faithful, in your relationship and you're doing the right thing. We were watching this episode on what was it, Discovery Channel.
Who? Which one?
Or was it TLC or something like that? It was one of those. It's called Me.
Oh my gosh.
Me,
Me, you, and my ex.
Me, you, and my ex. That's what it's called. So you guys got to check this show out.
That is not cute.
This show is hilarious.
Oh, hell
right?
no.
So basically, it's different couples, right?
Oh,
and
hell no.
one couple is she's just moving in with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's spouse is still living there.
That's weird.
Yeah, the ex-spouse. Okay,
Yeah.
they're not married still, with 2 kids.
Yeah, that's
so
weird.
at that point, that's one, and it's real funny.
It's strange.
It's real funny.
It's hilarious, but it's
and
really
then there's
weird.
where it's a 2 couples, and they were neighbors.
Yeah.
And
that's a weird one too.
one was a military wife, and she ended up cheating on her husband with the neighbor, who was married. They got a divorce. They got married. And the one dude's wife is down the street living by herself, and then the husband is like, the military husband is like, now he's around. So he's like, it's really, really weird, but it's really, really entertaining.
That'll never happen with
And then
me
you can ask yourself, like, could I ever see myself in a
No.
relationship like this?
Absolutely
And you're probably going to say no. I mean,
No.
it's there's another one down there too. So I think it's pretty entertaining. What's up? What's up, Christian? Straight next to the house. What's going on?
What up?
So yeah.
Okay.
I
gotta go back to work now.
So listen, guys, if you guys don't have a good, healthy sexual relationship with your partner, it's time to take that stance and have that communication with them and ask them, how can we make things better?
For sure.
Right? And then at that point, you guys get together and you guys fulfill each other's, it's not requirements, but
These are requirements.
fulfill their needs.
Yeah,
right?
fulfill the requirements.
Their requirements. It's a business life.
I know.
It's a real thing.
Oh my god.
That's a real thing. My coworker has a living arrangement with his girl and his ex.
That is so weird. No, I'm for real, dude. That's mad weird.
How does that work? Like,
hey, listen, what's 2021 though? I don't know.
Jealousy, I think
I
it'd be
am
a
one
crazy
jealous woman.
thing.
I would never be able to handle
Like
that.
overstepping boundaries.
Yeah,
Like there's just a lot of things,
No,
right?
no.
Like what if the girlfriend starts arguing with her boyfriend and then the ex starts getting involved and taking the side of one or the other? It's gonna
gets
be
slapped up
real
real
crazy,
quick.
right? Thanks for live, guys. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys. We'll be back next Wednesday with Sharisse's Healthy Lifestyle Soapbox and a lot more entertaining things to talk about. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And we are going to give our shirt out. The first one's going to go to Dwayne Day.
Dwayne!
Right? And then John, you're going to get a shirt too. Right? Go, I'm going to give you a shirt as
Make
well.
sure you guys inbox all these
All
shirts.
you guys got to do is call or text 727-389-3220. Claim your shirt. Tell them that John and Sharisse said you get a free one. Tell us your size. I'll send you out some free stuff.
Yeah, we don't have a crystal ball for your size.
And you guys will get hooked up. So I appreciate you
Make
guys
sure you
tuning
tell
in,
us.
sharing all your stuff, especially your experiences and stuff like that with the therapies. I appreciate it. All right. So,
All right.
Dwayne, just text a line. I'll make sure you guys get your stuff and a 2X2 as well.
Yeah,
so
hit
we
us
got
up.
you. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. This is John and Sharisse sign off
Bye.
from Sharisse's Healthy Lifestyle Soapbox. Later, guys.